First of all, let me tell you that I have done this many, many times and it works every single time. I offer a product for sale before I have ever created it. I'm going to walk you through how this is done. Second, this is a fantastic way to get a quick cash injection into your business and use, the stuff that you're already teaching to make $1,000 within a week. Third, this is a little bit nerve-wracking the first time you do it, but I promise it is worth it and it gets better the more you practice doing this strategy. And fourth, this is an excellent way to get proof of concept before you build out something bigger, like an online course or a flagship coaching program or anything like that, and you spend hours and hours and tons of money developing it. This is a great way to get proof of concept whether your idea is going to work or not. Now, the other caveat is that while I teach you how to make $1,000 in a week with a digital product, I will be making this video just with free products only. So I really want any beginner to be able to do this. I will also give you paid alternatives or products that I would recommend if you would like to upgrade and you want something with more functionality. I will add that in, but know this, every single thing that I mentioned inside this video has a free version that you can actually get started with right now. No excuses. Step number 1 to creating $1,000 with your first or your next digital product is think of something small that you can offer and that you can create and that you can deliver. Now, that small thing could be part of an eventual big thing that you want to do, or that small thing could be a standalone thing that makes sense for your audience. So let's say I'm teaching YouTube strategy and how to grow a channel. Something small that I actually developed was a 5-day challenge called the Love Video Challenge, which was all about getting comfortable on camera, loving yourself, creating videos confidently, and all of that. So it's something small, part of the bigger vision of starting a YouTube channel. Another small thing that I created was a brand deals webinar. So how to get brand deals, how to work with sponsored videos on YouTube. So think something small that could eventually become part of the larger narrative of your product offerings. The second step is to really gauge interest. Now, is this something that your audience, your current audience, or your future audience is going to be actually interested in? Now, if you already have an audience, you can just run a poll and ask people. But if you don't actually have an audience yet, you maybe haven't created any videos yet or ever offered anything yet, then you could look at other people's audience. So look at your competitors, see what kind of products and services they are buying, see what is popular, what is trending, what are the things that what are the things that are in demand, and see that if you can come up with something based on what's working for your competition. Step number 3 is to announce either a live challenge or a training that is delivered live. The live component is crucial to making this work because otherwise you are going to procrastinate forever. Trust me on this, okay? If you think about developing your first product or your first training, it's scary. You're going to feel like you always need to add more information to it. You will work on it forever. You will never be ready. So you want to do this live because what happens then is you announce a live challenge. It has a specific date, has a specific start time, and then you've announced it. You can't get out of it. So doing it in a live format is really going to push you to get a good enough product out really, really fast and make your first or your next $1,000. The next step we're going to do on my computer or on your computer, which is we're going to make a sales page. Now, this sales page is going to be a free sales page that you're going to develop, and we're going to use Teachable for that. So once you're inside Teachable, you've named your school. My school is called Salma Jafri Media, Inc. You're going to go down to this area called Coaching, and you're going to click on this Create Coaching button right here. Now, we're going to call this our test. So you're going to name your coaching offering, click Next. We're going to do no intake form, but you could do an intake form if you don't have an email list. So basically in the intake form, you could be like, put your name and email and then make the product available to people. So that's a great way to get their name and email if you don't already have an email list. But for this example, I'm going to do no intake form. Going to click Next and set up a one-time purchase. So this could be either a live challenge that you do or a one-off webinar or training that you do, okay? So you're going to have a fixed one-time purchase. So I'm going to set up a one-time payment. We're going to charge $99. We're going to go into pricing psychology in just a bit, but let's just say $99. We're going to just name it test. and test. And we are not going to add any enrollment cap to this, and we're not going to limit the product access duration in this. We're just going to click next. And then it says set a start date. The first milestone is often used to welcome the clients and prepare them for the coaching session. We would want to do this. This is useful when client enrollment is ongoing or when it's fixed. So let's go with fixed in this particular example, because you want to offer it on a specific date and then have the remaining days leading up to that to be able to market it. Okay, so let's choose a fixed date. Let's just pick a date in the calendar, let's say 24th January, and click next. Okay, now here what you can do is write your welcome script when people join into your coaching that you're offering. And then what you're going to do is click yes on this add scheduling. Okay, so you're going to say yes to this, and then you are going to set a meeting time. Okay, this we're going to do so that anybody who joins in is going to get a specific time of when you are going to be delivering this live training. Okay, so I'm going to say yes to this, select meeting time, and then what I'm going to do is put a Zoom meeting link over here. Now, Zoom is free for the first 45 minutes. Or if you want, you could purchase a plan. It's $15 a month on the Pro plan for Zoom. Now, if you want to do this absolutely for free without any time limits, you could just go to YouTube and put a live training on YouTube for free, and you can just host the entire training on YouTube. I'm going to actually show you an example where I've actually done this. So if you go over to my channel, you won't be able to see this because these videos are private. But when I hosted the Love Video Challenge back in Feb 2021 to coincide with Valentine's Day, I actually hosted all of these videos on YouTube for free. So you can absolutely do that. Okay, so coming back to our Teachable. So you can put the meeting time here, you can put the Zoom link over here, and then click next. So I'm going to put a link here just so I can go next and show you what that looks like. Okay, I've put a random link over here to Zoom. I'm going to click next. And that's it. Your coaching product has been created. You can now access, edit, and manage this from the left sidebar. Click continue. And now you can build your sales page. So you can upload an image to go along with your live training. You can add in your author details, and then you can add in all the information on the pages section. So you can go to pages and go to edit. And over here, you can pretty much put in all the stuff that would go on a normal sales page. For example, you could put in stuff like, what are you going to get from this training? How long is it going to be? Will there be replays available for this training? What are the topics that are going to be covered? So here's a sample sales page that I created for the Love Video Challenge that you can use as inspiration. So it says, fall in love with yourself on video. And here's the tagline that tells you the benefit that you're going to get. Tired of hating yourself? Feel drained at the thought of creating videos? Let me show you how to do blah, blah, blah. Join the 5-day challenge. Challenge starts on this particular day. And then in these 5 days, here is what we're going to actually work on. So day 1, you'll get this. Day 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pretty simple form landing page, sales page that I created for this. And that is your sales page done. You can do this inside Teachable. You can create something like this or something similar. You can add text, images, you can put your pricing and add in any frequently asked questions that people will have. Here's a tip. One frequently asked question everyone asks is there going to be a replay available for this? Because if you deliver something live, a lot of times people aren't able to attend live, but they appreciate having a replay to watch later. So definitely offer a replay. All right, let's talk pricing and payment processing for a second. So one of the big reasons that I use Teachable to do this is because it handles payment processing. So you can link your Stripe account and your PayPal account directly with Teachable, and it will handle all of the payment processing. By the way, if you want to start your free trial of Teachable today, get started by clicking on the link in my description. I am an affiliate for Teachable. I've been using it for many, many years, and I highly recommend it. The second thing I want to talk about is pricing. So pricing really depends upon how much money you want to make and how many clients you think you can get in that week. So for example, if you think you can get 10 people at $99 per product, sale. So that's your first $1,000. Now, you don't have to make $1,000 if you feel like you can get 10 people to sign up. If you're just starting out and just like 5 people would be great, you can actually just set that as your goal and then adjust your pricing accordingly. If the 1-hour webinar or the challenge that you're doing is worth, maybe $77 or $200, whatever that price is, adjust it based on how many people you think is the minimum that you want to get as customers to be able to make X amount. So you just want to work that out. But if you're just starting out, I would highly recommend pricing your product at around the $40-$50 range, right? So $49 for a first product delivered in an hour is a great starting point. So if you're stuck on pricing, start there. So the next thing I want to do, step 5, is to promote my challenge or live webinar, whichever one I'm going with here. And typically you want to do this on your email list. So you want to have at least a week for promotion and marketing. Now, if you don't have an email list, set aside maybe 10 working days for promoting your first live product, right? So you want to give yourself ample time to talk about it. So talk about it on your social media, talk about it on, any podcast interviews you do, talk about it within your YouTube channel. Any avenue that you possibly have available to you, get on social media, start talking about it. Talk about it in Facebook groups, talk about it in LinkedIn groups, talk about it in, Discord servers, any place where you're having conversations, where your audience is hanging out, any audience that you have access to. You want to promote and market your first to your next live product. And it does not have to be very complicated. You just want to say, hey, I'm hosting a 5-day challenge on XYZ topic. If you'd like to join or check it out, here's the link. That's as simple as it really needs to be. And on the sales page, they'll have all of the information available about what you're actually going to be talking about. You could do this via Instagram DMs, okay? Keep it simple, keep it relevant to whatever you have access to. Okay, let's pause here for a second. Have you noticed that we haven't actually created our product yet? We have just created a sales page and we've started marketing this sales page. We have not actually created the product. And this is key because you don't want to do the work upfront. You don't want to spend months creating something that nobody is going to buy. What you actually want to do is offer something of value, have some idea of what you want to offer, get people to actually buy it, and then create your product. And while you're giving yourself like a week or 2 weeks of marketing time and sales start to come in, that is when you know that this product has legs. It will sell because people are actually buying it. That is when you go to the next step of actually developing your product. Now, I'm not saying that, start offering something that you have no clue about. That's not what I'm saying. Remember, in first step, we decided on offering like a mini version of something that can live in your larger product offering. So you have some idea of what you want to offer and develop an outline. When you do your sales page, that is an automatic outline of what you're going to offer and the benefits that it's going to have. So you have some idea, and now you can move on to actually developing the product. So I like to do this in Canva. So here's an example on Canva of my brand deals workshop, which is a product that I offered exactly following these steps. And you can see that it has about 39 slides. And so this is the entire training. Now, this other one is the Love Video Challenge, the example I was sharing earlier with you. And again, these are just trainings that I had slides for. So you can see Love Video Challenge day 1 all the way to day 5. And these are just slides that I developed in Canva with, what I wanted to teach in that live training. So these are like my notes literally of when I get it on live, this is what I want to be sharing. So you can do this for free inside Canva. All right, just a quick note, any products or software that I mentioned, there will be a link to that particular product or software down in the description below. So after you're done watching this video, go to the resources list and copy all of those links into your browsers and check them all out and make a free account today if you don't have one yet. Okay, the next step is to actually deliver your live training. Now, it doesn't matter how many people have signed up. Even if 1 or 2 people have signed up, do the exercise, deliver that live training, because I promise you it is going to be worth it to get over the fear, first of all. And second of all, at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you how you can use that live training to then make more money from future versions of that product. Just stay tuned for that. Now, as you're delivering this training, you can deliver it either on Zoom. The first 45 minutes are free, or you can do it in a paid version of Zoom. That's $15 a month. Or like I showed you earlier, you can actually just do it on YouTube for free. So I'm sure there are other software out there. I sometimes use Restream. I'll put a link down to that below. Restream is a great live streaming software. If you want it to be a little bit more professional, you want to add more branding and lower thirds and all that kind of stuff, then definitely use Restream to do your live recording and your live training. And the benefit of doing it with Restream or with Zoom is going to be that then you will have a recorded version that you can offer later as a standalone download. A quick tip while you're doing your live training, remember to interact with your audience and leave plenty of time for Q&A, and have the Q&A later developed into maybe future videos or add-ons or bonus material within your live training to offer. So now let's move on to the next step. Once I have delivered a training, this is really essential for selling this training later on, okay? So once I've delivered this training, I like to send out a feedback form to everybody who attended the training. So you want to go to Google Forms, which is absolutely free, and send out something like this. So this is feedback for my brand deals workshop. I will ask a few key questions apart from the name and email address. What did you love the most about this workshop? What was your biggest aha moment? And how would you explain this training to somebody else thinking of taking this training? What would you say to them? Right? And then that is a great way to get feedback, which then you can use as a testimonial when you develop this standalone version of this product. I'm explaining this. Hang on. For the next step, we're going to go back into our Teachable account. And this time, I'm actually going to go into courses. And you can see here that I have taken my brand deals workshop, for example. Let me go to the curriculum section. So this is a workshop I delivered live. And then what you want to do is you want to take your workshop that you delivered live, maybe made some money, maybe even if you didn't make money, that's fine too. At least you got the experience done. And now you can offer it as a standalone digital product. So what I would do is edit the training that I delivered into sections. So for example, this brand deals workshop I delivered into these 7 major sections, divide them up, edit them into these sections, offer like a list of resources, bonus material, activities, workshops that people can do alongside that. And now this can stand alone as an entire digital product. So you get the value of creating that training once, but getting the value twice. Once as a live training, and then once as a passive income stream, and you have your first digital product all ready to go and developed without the procrastination that typically comes with, oh my God, I have to develop a digital product or a course, right? So you want to do this live and then get twice the benefit. Okay, one thing you may want to remember is that as you convert your live training into a standalone digital product, which people can consume at any time, you may want to think about changing the pricing, because when you're offering something live, it has you in it. So people can ask you questions in real time, and that has typically more value. Or you could think about it as a beta launch and offer it at lower value and then increase the price later for the digital products. Both ways can work, but you just need to think about what is going to be more valuable to your audience, the live version or the digital standalone version. The second thing you want to think about is, instead of offering the live training all in one chunk, divide it up, right? So when you are giving the replay, divide it according to lessons, divide it according to modules, divide it according to topics. So edit each so they become bite-sized pieces that people can consume more easily. And the third thing to remember is to add in an activity component so people can actually take action on your training. And this is great for reselling your digital products later on, because if people can take the information and then use your downloads or your PDFs or worksheets to implement that thing, that gives them extra value that they are happy to pay for. So this is how you create $1,000 within a week with a digital product, with no upfront investment, no courses, software, etc. to buy. And literally you are product testing and proofing your concept before you invest any money into it. You are, however, investing your time, and that is a valuable resource, but I consider this time well spent without all the hassle that comes with, oh my God, is this even going to work? Try it out. Worst case scenario, come up with another idea that works. Let me know what you think of today's video. If this was valuable for you, please leave a comment down below saying this was valuable and what your first digital product is going to be. I look forward to hearing from you, and I will see you in the next video.